Alright, raining, well, snowing in the city, and Colin's from Malawi's fixed our driveway, and he's fixed it without keeping in mind that heavy rains are going to cause a bit of a problem. Hold on to your hats, people. That's it. A little front wheel drive Renault is ready for the Dakar. Bitches. Work, sweet work. Hello. Welcome back to another edition of Normalising African Rarities. I'm Francis, and that's Gavin over there in the darknesses. It was so cold this morning, he froze his tits off. As evidenced right there. Thanks for showing us there, Gav. Hey, finally some sun because it's been friggin' cold. Hello, this is Toprock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler and also retailer of minerals and fossils. I'm Francis, that was Gavin, and I think I've done that again. Never mind that. If you are new here, please take the time to read Cora's short story in the description beneath the video. It is beneath the video. There's a description. You click on the description. There's a short story. There's also a comment section. There's two comment sections actually. The live comment section, which will probably be running as we speak if we are premiering right now, and the ordinary YouTube comments. After the sale, Cora will post a comment there of what has been claimed and what hasn't been claimed. So if you are late to the party, then you'll know what's available. The dollar is not behaving very well. Sorry guys. It's good for us because we can buy stuff, but it's not good for you because it's more expensive. Well, that's if you a dollar kind of guy. So yeah, if things do seem mildly more expensive, it's because we notate all the prices in USD. It does not reflect on the end figure though, because legally speaking, we charge in South African rands. Other than that, I'm gazing into the distance, waiting for Namibia to arrive. It hasn't arrived yet. We're expecting it today. Oh, please. And otherwise, news-wise, Cora found a new song. Yay. Okay, let's get on to it. We've got a couple of really nice flats today, and we'll start it off with a little bit of spiritual behavior. This is Spirit Quartz from Bucanotuk. Nice large window variety. And it's also very nice, so you can see if you tilt it, there's a little play of light. And the amethyst becomes darker and lighter. I reckon these are probably rated as very good, like this one is. 2A grade. They're nice and uniform, very neat and tidy. And that one's just taken a blow, a body blow, so to say. That's a pity. Otherwise, this would have been an excellent flat. Weighing 1.45 kilograms. It's going to cost $63. It's flat 178. Onto some Sashi River red agate, or not so red agate in some scenarios. There are 12 polished, well, freeforms as well as standing freeforms. That is a lot of nice translucent Chow Sydney. And then the more traditional Sashi River red agate. Beautiful bands on some of these. That one is a bit, that's cool. That's very nice. And this one's the flagship of the proverbial flat, or the proverbial flagship of the flat. Rated as very good to A grade. These 12 weigh, oh, hang on, 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. They weigh 2.07 kilograms. They're going to cost $58. It's flat number 346. Onto some Zambian amethyst. It is some jacaranda clusters here from a little town called Mumbwa in Zambia. That is a very tidy looking cluster. No dramas. And then also very tidy, the second cluster. Here we go. That is nice. Nice large crystals. Rated very good to A grade. These two weigh all of 3.12 kilograms. They're going to cost $59. It's flat number 319. On to some massage ones from Madagascar. Some septoride massage ones for those aching muscles and itches you can't scratch without a nice aragonite and calcite massage wand. Oh, I can hear Gaynor. Gaynor, can you speak up a bit? Didn't hear you.
Sorry.
No, I think she was mentioning how electronic devices play such an important role in our lives. Wow, you can't really argue. No, good. Well, I just wanted you to say it. Because I'm not the one that's standing around with a phone doing live sales to people across the ocean. Yeah, technology. So, yeah, we've been battling with internet again. Some assholes in town went around and stole cabling. And consequently, 2 days no internet. Fortunately, we don't rely, Cara and myself don't rely on the Toprock internet. Rated very good to A grade. They are rather nice, and I reckon you can scratch lots of itches with these. If you don't have a mortar, you should get one. 1.78 kilos, $50. This is flat 306. On to some red hematoid from Karoi in Zimbabwe. This is nice iron heavy red quartz. It's a bit of iron and oxidation, like rust, I suppose. You get some iron, add some oxidation, and voila! You got some red stuff floating around in quartz, some veils. That's very nice. That's very nice and translucent. You can see some nice dark iron red veils. These probably rated as good to very good. One A grader. This one, the last one, is fun. That's a whole lot of crystals deviating from their original courses. That's a nice little cluster, very clear as well. Weighing all of 1.8 kilograms. It's going to cost $57. This is flat number 5. Then on to some, hey, nice, elegant little rose quartz points. There are 12 in this flat. That's a very nice one. That's very gemmy. Deserves a bit of sun. Deserves a bit of sun. Where is the sheesh? Had to go looking for sun, man. There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful gemmy rose quartz. The 12 rated very good to A grade. They weigh all of 1.07 kilograms. They're going to cost $62. It's flat number 330. On to some Malagasy quartz. It's window-ish quartz. Well, when I say window, what I mean is look at the beautiful cascading quartz around the side, but the actual windows to these large crystals at the top are, well, they literally frames, window frames. That's beautiful. That's also quite special. Nice and translucent tip as well. Quite the character. In fact, all of these have got these window frames. Hard to capture. There we go. You've got to kind of glance light over them to catch the detailing in the windows, because that is rather special. I reckon this is a flat of mostly A grade window quartz. Window frame quartz might be more accurate. Weighing 1.98 kilograms. The 12 are going to cost $35. That's flat number 396. Next up, some sashi. No, this is Malagasy banded blue agate hearts. There are 6 of them in this flat. Nice bands. That is a very long heart. That is a very long dark blue heart with about as much character as my synthetic black shirt. Ooh, look at those dendrites. That's got personality. That's beautiful. That's all right. Nice band there as well. more creamy. These 6 probably rated as good, very good to A grade. Mostly very good. Those dendrites are awesome. They weigh 1.82 kilograms. They're going to cost $49. It is flat 248. Then onto a flat of very, very funky, sexy cobalt-bearing dolomite and friends. Friends in this circumstance being some very nice clay-like kaolinite. The actual rhombohedral dolomite is beautiful as well. That's a really nice little specimen. Next one up has also got quite a bit of kaolinite, but druzy quartz there as well. Just kind of, it's not quite crystalline. I don't know if kaolinite goes crystalline. Oh, I suppose everything does, but not there. Bit of silky malachite joining the rhombohedral dolomite fray. I'm going to come to the last one just now. That's also very nice. A nice neon pink cobalt. That's beautiful. Malachite there as well. And then this one. This is just, what the hell? Okay. I've got thoughts, which is often dangerous. Okay, heterogenite, easy peasy Japanesey, but this green, this cluster or bouquet of green crystals, it's not malachite, because malachite doesn't form in rhombohedral, almost tabular-like crystals. So that's something a little bit odd. If anything, so, right, hear me out. Both dolomite as well as calcite form rhombohedral habits. The dolomite invariably is a little bit more curvaceous, slightly more curvaceous than calcite, which is kind of strict. It's like a bit of a pious crystal. Just like these green crystals are slightly curved. They're not perfectly straight. They're still rhombohedral, but just like dolomite, they are also slightly curved, which begs me to ask the obvious question. Is this dolomite, well, copper-bearing dolomite? Is that a fair call? Question? It's very interesting. It's unusual. It's quite a remarkable flat of cobalt-bearing dolomite and copper friends and bouquet of hello, you sexy. Weighing all of 1.53 kilograms. They rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $62. This is flat 269. On to some libithinite, pointy point libithinite. I'm assuming this is from Zimbabwe. It's a slightly paler shade of manganese and lithium. The two, because, well, I'll tell you what, Zimbabwe, because Madagascar doesn't go around making points like this. It's a bit more of a Zimbabwean style thing. That is a better shade. There's you can see these little sparkly bits of mica, which is what libithinite is. A lot of lithium and manganese bearing mica, making for nice shiny stuff. Weighing 0.97 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $36. This is flat number 201. Off across the borders, straight to Namibia, Narongo, we get some black tourmaline, or in this case, a lot of vermiculite. A bit of a discourse and a debate. Is it a vermiculite or is it muscovite? Regardless, they're both type of micas, and there's a lot of them covering a lot of black tourmaline schirrel. And then the two other specimens here, a bit more of a fibrous termination there. That's quite special. In fact, there's two crystals terminating into each other. It's very nice. Nice luster on the side. And then the black tourmaline shell, lots of sprays, vermiculite slash muscovite, completing the little package. Rated as good to A grade. These weigh 1.39 kilograms. They're going to cost $49. It's flat number 303. On to a bit of a different scenario. Silky malachite, polished one side. There are two of these specimens. Nice buoyancy on the rough side, and then the polished side is a bit of a novelty. Don't often see this. I think someone got bored somewhere along the line and went, oh, I wonder what it looks like if we do that. Is it one piece? It could well be, actually. The other piece, yeah. Also, you can see some nice green chatoyancy there. Nick, did you polish this? Is this one of your experiments?
I gave it a go in, polished it, and I took all the little powerhouse and cleaned all the side. It's absolutely stunning.
It is rather pretty. It's a little bit different.
I was tempted to give it feedback. Very nice.
There you go, some nice chatoyancy there as well. These two, obviously a pair, I reckon. Yeah, that's a pair. Weighing all of 1.97 kilograms. It's going to cost $104. That's almost 2 kilograms worth of malachite. It's flat 274. Moving on to some Saquani celestite. These look absolutely gorgeous. Two celestite geodes. That is beautiful sawtooth formation there. Bit of a chip there, but otherwise it's nice and icy blue. And the second one, most certainly better of the two. That is a wicked nice crystal on the side there, beautiful and clean, and also a beautiful dark shade of blue. Very tidy little geode, very nice flat. Weighing all of 2.84 kilograms, rated very good to A grade. They're gonna cost $77. This is flat number 466. Then on to some Malawi minerals. It is blue lace agate. There are 12 free forms as well as standing free forms. That's a lot of nice clean quartz with a lacy blue stuff on the outside. Blue lace. Hey, why is it called blue lace? It does stand. Does it stand? Not very well. That's not a lot of standing surface to work with. Okay, so that is a standing freefall. A couple of these. That's very nice. There we go. That is also another standing freeform with a... Hey, there we go. It's a standing freeform with a lot of quartz pointing to the sky. I'm sure that means something for somebody. Very tidy, lots of blue lace and very little matrix. That's what you want to see. 1.04 kilograms. These are rated as very good to A grade. Yeah, very decent. That's $44 for them. That's flat 780. On to some more Bucanotuk, some spirit quartz, a bit of a smaller crystals and clusters. There's a lot of nice limonite there. Yes, you can call it ametrine because you won't be alone. Well, however, it won't be entirely correct, insinuating that there's citrine in there. It is limonite. Nice bit of red iron oxide there. Also limonite featuring beneath the windows. This is a very tidy, nice flat, man. Very pretty, very sparkly. Lots of iron along with the amethyst. Probably rated very good to A grade. They're going to cost $59. That is for 880 grams. That's a decent price for very good to A grade. Probably more A grade here. This is flat number 331. On to some proper limonite. Forget all that lilac nonsense and focus just on the iron oxides here. That is very deep. That's got quite a bit of goethite. You add some more oxygen to that iron oxidation and voila, black goethite. There are 24 clusters in this flat, some with a nice bit of limonite druzy on top as well. Some nice clarity in some of those crystals. could be better as far as window clarity is concerned, mostly because the limonite has started developing on top of the silica and not inside the silica. Weighing all of 309 grams. These are rated as good to A grade, $55 for flat 822. Next up, one of my favorite mysteries. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, that is a whole lot of nice lightish green pseudo malachite, and then what is labeled as crystalline malachite. We all know it's not malachite, Mr. May. It is a copper. This has been found, though. Charlie in the UK has been playing around with his little chemical box, and he also is a bit stumped as to exactly what it is. It is special. It's different. The crystal structure is unique. So unique, in fact, that Charlie has decided to travel all the way to Africa and to come and claim this mineral as his own and call it Charlie shite. Except that I was today old to find out that Charlie shite is already taken, which is a pity, because I think Charlie shite has such a nice ring to it. That's right. So it's going to have to be something else, like Charlie's other shite, or lamb shite, or anything but Charlie shite. There's two in this flat. That's the pretty one with the pseudo malachite. The other one is got a load more of the Charlie shite.
You can't tell me that geologists don't have a sense of humor.
If you can't hear Cara in the background, she is just had an epiphany that geologists have an actual sense of humor. Because they're nice guys. Okay, I think it's time for another pun episode. These two rated as both as A grade, weighing 1.31 kilograms. I want to take a few photos of this. It's going to cost $82, and I'm just going to put it out there, man. I'm going to put it out there. It's labithonite and pseudomalachite are commonly associated together as far as phosphates are concerned. So, but the crystal structure doesn't look anything like labithonite. We're going to have labithonite on a little bit later. It was suggested, look, lots of things have been suggested. Torbanite was suggested. No, because it doesn't look like torbanite either. It's not broken tight. It's not fibrous enough, at least. Geez, could it not be just dioptase? Dioptase.
What, the tiny little green stuff?
The tiny little green stuff, because it is rather gemmy. Anyway, $82. This is flat 453. And you know what? Looking at these crystals again now in still format. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a couple that look a lot like the little green bouquet we had earlier, or with the cobalt bearing dolomite. But we can't spend all day there. We got to move on to some petrified wood galleys. That's right. There are 6 in this flat, polished all the way around. Galley maybe half a smile, or a full smile, or maybe just a half moon. Right. Nice. This is from Gokwe. You can see quite a lot of nickel green influence in these petrified wood. Nice bit of druzy in the vugs there. Not a lot of druzy, but a lot of character, that's for certain. That is a largest galley with a big vug. All the way to the other side. Lots of green there as well. Very, very nice. Rated all 6 as A grade. They weigh, what do they weigh? They weigh 1.31 kilograms for 6 A-grade Gokwe petrified wood gallet is going to be $41 for flat number 8. Onto some very sexy smoky light citrine, or light champagne citrine. Luena quartz. Look at the clarity of that. That is absolutely stunning. Lots of cascading quartz around the side too. There we go. The usual Luena chip. Still, that is a fantastic translucency for Luena. And then a light citrine. Big veils there. Lots of nice Kundalini. That's hot toddy. Likewise, this one, absolutely gorgeous. Should be a really attractive option for the lappers out there, because a little bit of a swish here and a swish there, and these will be absolutely remarkable. As it is, they are remarkable, but are they remarkable and broken? Very nice flat, rated very good to A grade. Some nice limonite flecks in there as well. These weigh all of 880 grams. They're going to set you back all of $42. This is flat number 308. On to some more Congolese shiny. It is a large copper-bearing dolomite piece with what seems just to be druzy, a bit of malachite in there as well, and then a very nice light green mineral of dubious descent. The druzy's fine. There's a bit of terrigenite down the bottom there, but I'm really interested in what that is. There's a little layer of light green over there and over there. Off the cuff, I first thought that it looked like a lot like a copper-bearing aragonite. I'll show you. It is rather hard to tell. However, regardless of that, it is a rather sparkly, attractive piece of rock with quartz on it. It's 2.45 kilograms worth of very good Congolese copper relations. $69 only for flat 305. On to a beautiful, very good to A grade celestite geode. It's not massive. It's a nice, decent, medium cabinet size. The crystals are all pretty decent. Nice. Let me get proper color in there. Not much in the way of scuffing around the sides. The interior is absolutely tidy and beautiful. That is a very nice celestite geode. Weighing all of 3.355 kilograms. It is going to cost $84. This is flat number 191. Then on to a little bit of a new sashi. It is a beautiful polished standing freeform. It's a lot of beautiful banding, and then that nice deep iron rich band right down the middle, polished all the way around. That's a bit bland there, but the main feature most certainly is the front bands there. Rated very good to A grade. It weighs all of 2.27 kilograms. It's going to cost $63. This is flat 716. Then, last on the first trolley is a large smoky quartz cluster crystals. It's Angolan. It has the typical red hematoid flecks that Angolan quartz so often does come with. It is very tempting to call it a bit of a floater. It looks damaged here, but that damage is quite natural. You can see a lot of self-healing carrying on around the side there. That does not, however, detract from the fact that it has been bruised there and there, and so forth and so on. The other side, which kind of says, no, I'm not a floater, is the piece over there that broke off. But other than that, it is large, it is magnificent, it is smoky quartz with a decent amount of translucency, allowing for those red hematoid flecks to shine through. It weighs 17.985 kilograms, so not the kind of crystal that you take to the supermarket, unless you're a strange one. It's going to only be $282 for flat 908. Okay, so just before I start with the second trolley, I actually want to do a little walkthrough in the warehouse just to see how much space we still got, because we got Namibia coming in. I don't think it's much, it's less than a ton for sure, but we've just been to Madagascar and we've bought 12 tons. How are we looking for space there, George? We're almost full again. Oh yeah. Suppose we need to start selling stuff as opposed to just storing it. Hey, Toprock, what do you think? Huh? Maybe we should start selling instead of hoarding stuff. Yeah, for sure. we do still have space in the back here. I see some, we've got some space back. Look at all these, man. These are all flats that have, geez, they've been sold. They're probably hanging around here for the 4th, 5th year. All right, and we've started here. That's got some shelves, but not a lot. And then obviously we've got some rooms in the back still, but we really don't want to use these rooms. But I suppose if push comes to shove, we don't really have a choice. It's called the blue room for obvious reasons, but generally speaking, this is where the larger items hang out. Hello, black tourmaline. Okay. Right. Okay. This is all waiting to be shipped. Who's waiting for their goodies? There we go. The goodies are waiting. Oh, hello. Somebody bought some retail items. Let's have a look at what they got. That's some nice little Smithsonite from, I assume that is, that'll be Tumeb. Some Siderite, Pseudomorphs. This is from Bergaukas, Namibia. That's quite special. What have we got here? Ooh, Cuprite, Chrysocolla, Malachite. That's some very clean and tidy topaz. Shoo. That's from a kleine Spitzkoppen, where you guys might see quite a lot of our calcite. That's a lot of alluvial topaz that hangs out there. There's a bit of a meteorite. This is some hot toddy azurite. Sure, is it? Natural, What is this? Yep, azurite from Tumeb. Here we go. Some, this is Schwanning mine. That's quite a special bit of innersite. Very nice. Nice and red as well. There's quite a lot of the grey innersite doing the rounds. You all know the smoky fluorite. There's an absolute perler of a scalenohedral cobalt bearing calcite from the Mndingi mine. Not Mndingi, Manshamba West. And then Jaka mine. Lots of nice sparkly azurite. Jaka. They're still actually mining. Jaka is still producing azurite. We just don't get to see it. Geez, that's heavy. That's a decent bit of cuprite. Very, very sexy. That's just waiting for someone to slice it and make some money. Right, enough faffing around. Let's get on to that second trolley. Righto. Okay, first up, we got all the way from Urongo, some beautiful, lustrous black tourmaline. I'm going to assume there's quite a lot of highlight opal on there. Little bits of vermiculite as well. Feldspar playing a large role in this cluster. And then how about that for luster? That is a little bit special. A little bit very nice. If you like shiny black tourmaline, yum yum yum. And then what looks like could be highlight opal. That's a whole layer of highlight opal, I think. Could be quartz. I'll be surprised if it is though. It's another nice black tourmaline, and look at that beautiful tourmaline termination. Very nice and lustrous as well. 6 of these. Let's see how much highlight opal actually does reside on these. Okay, let's I think we're gonna, there we go. This is a long wave. There's a bit of highlight opal there, and then the highlight, oh wow, oh that's the feldspar. That's a lot of manganese in the feldspar. That's kind of pretty. There's a lot of highlight opal in the termination there. Oh, you know what? No, I am playing with short wave here. Long wave does not elicit much from the feldspar. Still the uranium-rich highlight opal reacts, but that's so cool. There we go. That's all 370, 365 through to 395, and then the 200s. Boom. That is lekker. There we go. Beautiful flatter black tourmaline weighing 1.16 kilograms. They are rated as, okay, so that is going to be, that is, I thought maybe highlight opal, but that's just a layer of juicy quartz. Interesting. That's what I thought too, except it didn't elicit much excitement. I'm just going to do it in the daylight because highlight opal is that reactive.
Oh, that. No, I thought this.
Yeah, no, that is definitely. You can see.
No, I did.
But that's just quartz. Okay, well, $59. This is flat 757. On to some clinichlor in mica matrix. It is a metokulite from Torashanga. No man, metokulite from Metoku. Nice Jimmy green. They're all right, mostly very good grade. That's a beautiful crystal there. Rated, yeah, pretty much good to very good. Weighing 1.1 kilograms. They're going to cost $69. It's flat 149. On to some more cobalt bearing dolomite. There are 3 reasonably large specimens. Beautiful rhombohedral dolomite. A little bit of malachite in the mix there as well. And then, oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. That's a lot of very nice translucent dolomite. Some of the pink with a cobalt crystallizing on top of it. And we got a little bit of kaolinite, malachite. That kaolinite looks almost crystalline. So does that there. Right, so in lieu of those photos, I'm going to go, that's not kaolinite, that is actually calcite. Which, oh, geez, there we go. Rabbit hole time. It's calcite and dolomite. At which point and which point where does calcite decide to grow instead of dolomite? Because they're both the same habit. Anyway, very nice, very interesting. Weighing 2.07 kilograms, $72. It's flat 168. onto a little bit. It's two nice polished little ammonites with quite a bit of opalescence there. You can see those electric little red streaks lighting up your life. Nice iridescence on the inside, and then all of that beautiful opalescence on the outside. Very, very nice. I reckon these are both A grade. Am I wrong? No, I'm right. 2 A grade opalized little ammonites weighing 450 grams. They're going to cost $37. It's a flat $999. On to some of Currabib's finest. Currabib, a little town in Namibia, south of the Brandberg, plays host to some absolutely legendary specimens. Not least of all, tourmaline. A lot of the old-fashioned 80s and 90s deposits brought forth the ye old albite. A lot of watermelon tourmaline from Currabib. There are, wow, this is also rather exceptional. You can see a bit of indicolite creeping into next to the pink tourmaline. That would be a little bit more iron influence creeping through the schist and saying hello to the normal tourmaline. Then we got some absolutely gorgeous grapey purple lepidolite. That is a whole lot of lithium and manganese colored mica flakes. Smaller mica flakes, but that is quite an exceptional little specimen. There are 13 in this flat. I'll tell you what, Cora has urged me, prompted me, gestured, and then poked me in the side to take this to the darkroom. So thus I shall do. I've only taken 4 out, and I'm not going to muck around with the long wave. I'm going to go straight to short wave because, well, we're here for some drama. Okay, come on then, give me some drama. There we go. That quartz shows up quite nicely. I'm expecting to see, yeah, orange fluorescence. That is not the mica. That pink tourmaline shows up quite blue. It does kind of fluoresce. This is shortwave. Oranges. Oh, hello. What shines blue there? That's interesting. It's in the quartz. There should be quite a bit of manganese, but that orange tickles me no end. It's more of that blue fluorescence. Oh. Some carbon growing slowly on the outside. Interesting. And there's that orange, man. Nice. That is an absolutely fabulous flat of pink tourmaline, lepidolite, and schist, and some carbon growing on the outside as well. Weighing 3.98 kilograms. The rated is good to A grade. These are going to cost $111. This is flat $49. On to some. Sometimes the Afrikaners can try and make them sound kind of sophisticated. And Cora did exactly the same. She's been naming Priska as Prieska. So please, if you want to impress your friends, this is some banded tiger eye with a load of little hematite veins running through the mess. They come from Prieska. That's right, not Priska, Prieska. Nice twinsy there. Oh, no, Cora says I'm going to confuse you. It's the same place, except if you say Prieska, you are much more sophisticated and probably come from France. Righto. 1.3 kilograms worth of very good to A grade tiger eye and hematite and banded tiger eye. And it's going to be $62 for flat 571. Onto a flat of 12 small-ish clusters, or, well, that's a nice little geode, celestite. Small crystals, but very tidy. Bit of scuffing there, that's nasty. It's okay, that's okay. That's it's a slice of celestite. Rated good to probably 1 or 2 A grade specimens here, but largely good to very good. The celestite weighs all of 1.66 kilograms. It's going to cost $54. This is flat number 782. Onto some freshly squeezed Matorushanga, sliced one side only. This Chalcedony, quite a porous affair. Hailing from Torushanga. I think the only other place in the world that hosts Tolerite, which is its recognized name, is somewhere in Russia. There we go. Nothing like a little bit of botryoidal chalcedony beneath the surface of nickel heavy chalcedony. Yeah, they're okay. I reckon rated well, good to A grade. They weigh all of 1.84 kilograms. They're going to cost $54. This is flat number 340. Onto some Congolese quartz. It's Luwena time to medium cabinet size specimens. First one up has got lots of nice cascading quartz on the side. Couple of flecks of red hematoid in there. Translucency is bang average, but there still is a nice white veil. That's quite nice. The main crystal, not so much. The bigger of the two, not much matrix. That's actually very special. Same kind of translucency. You can make out the white veils beneath. Lots of smokiness there. Lots of character, and actually very little in the way of chipping. Not too shabby. Very good to A grade, these two. They weigh 2.15 kilograms. They're going to cost $55. That's a bargain for flat number 180. Then we go on to some... Ooh, this is this is Malagasy petrified wood. Madagascar has a lot of iron in its petrified wood. Nice nice barky texture around the side. Also, the Malagasy like to polish two sides of a petrified wood slice. I think there's a saying like that. There's always two sides to a petrified wood slice. But don't tell the Zimbabweans that. It'll throw them off their game. Probably rated very good to A grade. These 6 weigh all of 1.29 kilograms. It's going to cost $45. It's flat number 555. Onto Kwaggafontein, some dark purple amethyst clusters or plates. You can see they are rather clean and quite dense. And I mean they're close knit, not stupid. Very nice. There are 35 little plates. Some of them absolutely gorgeous. This is a nice hue of purple, man. That is beautiful. Nice, clean. Rated good to A grade. They weigh 1.945 kilograms. They are going to set you back all of $54. It's flat 435. Onto some, hey, Orongo. We mine this. It's purpurite. And it's a funky one because it brings forth more questions. Basically what purpurite is, it's purpurite, yes, it's manganese heavy, but it shares space with heterosite iron. So yes, the iron subdues fluorescence, but essentially if you go to Vessel's mine, for example, the manganese ore is, well, always pretty much 60, 40, 50, 50 iron and manganite. So I asked Nick, why is it that we're not extracting more manganese from purpurite? It's a bloody good question. Rated as good to very good. These purple little fellas that were found in Canada for the first time weigh 1.41 kilograms. They're going to cost $30 only. That's flat 158. Then on to some Malagasy quartz clusters, the clear quartz clusters, clear. Not all of them so clear. This has got some absolutely beautiful red hematoid. This crystal here on the side is slightly loose. Handle with care, Francis. That's a pretty one. Then the rest of them, also a little bit of iron oxidation, limonite creeping in. Probably rated as good to very good. That's very nice. Got a chip on the side there. They're decent. Oh, this one's got sugar all around the planes. That's always welcome. They weigh all of 1.83 kilograms. They're going to cost $34. Flat number 171. We're going to stay in Madagascar for a little bit for these cornelian hearts. That's a very cornelian. And then we've got some limonite instead of the cornelian. That's quite a bit of oxidation in there in the quartz, which is pretty. A little bit of snow ochre dendritic behavior there. That's tidy. That's very nice as well. Probably rated as good to A grade. Very good in between as well, to like a balanced flatter cornelian hearts, weighing 990 grams. They're going to cost $46. This is flat 622. Then on to some spirit quartz. That's two medium cabinet size specimens. That's a very nice hue of amethysty lilac. Look at the light play, and the change of color as I swivel it around. The larger of the two, well, it's larger. Tips are all very tidy. Bit of clay, chalky clay in the play there, which doesn't detract from it. It's a very, very nice cluster. Rated very good to A grade. These weigh 1.61 kilograms. It's going to be $107, which is pretty much par on the course. You'd go think with a current dollar rate, I should imagine A grade spirit quartz is going for about $60 per kg. So 1.61 kgs, $107 for flat 117 is par for the course. Next up, we go back to Sashi River. Two standing freeforms. This one's got nice slimming iron lines in the agate, Charles Sydney. Decent translucency on the side, but we're not here for that one. We're here for the biggie. And the biggie, also supposedly a standing freeform. Oh, it does stand. Well done, stander. That red Sashi motif is most certainly on the side there. But the display sides, which invariably is what everyone's going to be looking at, is mundane to boring at very best. So yeah, I'd say probably a good to very good grade of Sashi River standing freeforms, weighing all of 2.09 kilograms. They're going to cost $54, which is a really nice price for 2 kilograms plus of polished Sashi. This is flat number 202. Next up from Malawi. That little country with a big lake, Lake Malawi, comes blue lace agate, natural blue lace agate. This has got an absolutely terrific, large vug, and you can see that some beautiful quartzification, a bit of crystals there, slightly larger than your average druzy. And then the other one is even better. It's quite a large fella. If it wasn't for the large vug, I'd say too much matrix, but there's hardly matrix because that is a big cave of druzy coated blue lace agate. That is a beauty. Rated very good to A grade. These two weigh 3.01 kilograms. They're going to cost $55. It's flat 993. We mosey on back to Madagascar for some sunset orange or sunset twirl or just orange calcite towers. There are 2, 3 in this flat. Some nice calcite. It's a hard thing to polish, and it's very soft as well. Scratches quite easily. There's a little bit of nicking over there. Likewise there and there. bit better. It's a very nice hue of orange as far as calcite's concerned. Probably rated good to very good, if only because of a couple of nicks on a few of them. They are more than decent. Weighing 1.59 kilograms. They're going to cost a paltry $49. This is flat 177. On to some more Congolese copper oxidation ends. It's the classic, legendary, and highly collectible libithinite. And these are massive, large libithinite crystals. More often than not, it's like a small layer of juicy libithinite that you can see. Not unlike this one, I suppose. This one still has large crystals, but prior shipments from the Congo produced pretty much just little libithinite juicy. So yes, these are exceptional. Quite a bit of specular hematite comes with the matrix. I say that now. There we go. There's a little bit of specular hematite in the matrix there. But that's not the main act. The main act is the libithinite. That is beautiful. Very special. Rated very good, mostly A grade. Probably bringing the grade down would be that fella over there. The 5-way, all of 1.62 kilograms. They're going to cost $102. That's a couple of collectibles for you. Flat number 609. On to another polished calcite sphere. This time we got the oranges, we got the blues. That is a beautiful large blue calcite sphere. It seems could be like a bit of filler over there, but apart from that, it is extremely tidy. Nice shade of sky blue as well. Rated as good to very good, 1.9 kilograms. It's going to cost $48. This is flat number 161. Then back to the Congo for some large barite. This barite here, large big blades, is very dense. As you would know, barite is what they use for well, to combat radioactivity, especially for your x-rays and for carrying your nuclear bombs around. The suitcases invariably will be made from barium. It's the bottoms of the barites are always very, very interesting. There's quite a lot of limonite goethite that form their own lattice. I've seen, this is not a great example, but I've seen some beautiful specimens where the bottom of the barite is actually the main attraction. These are very nice because there's a lot of small little barite blades as well. It'll be tricky to decide which side is up and which side is down. However, I'm going to do it that way because, well, those are large barite blades and it's called a barite specimen. 3.47 kilograms, rated as good to very good. It's going to cost a small, well, that's only $73 for flat 157. Then, sticking to Congo, we move over to the Mendingi mine that produces some of the world's finest sphero malachite, or ball malachite if you must. This specific deposit produced quite a lot of that in a very porous dolomite, which is lacquer because that's what creates the space for crystals to grow, but as well as a sincerely thick-ass layer of druzy over what seems to be some pseudomorphs. That is malachite after azurite. You can see the green shining through the druzy. That is beautiful. The coverage all around as well. There's some more spheres there, also covered by the druzy. It's quite a special little specimen there. Rated very good to A grade. It weighs 1.8 kilograms. It's going to cost $110. This is flat 277. Last on the second trolley is a celestite smile. If you like, it's a bit of a one-side tugging smile tugging at the corner of the mouth smile. This is the bad end, I reckon. The other side is absolutely glorious. That's a beautiful intact crystal right there. All the other ones are very neat and tidy as well. Little outcrop of strontium there, and then large crystal on the one side. There we go, rated very good to A grade. This little celestite smile weighs 2.1 kilograms. It's going to cost $55. That's flat 115. Lekker. On to the third trolley. Tell me you've got a new phone without telling me that you've got a new phone. Cara's well pleased with herself. She's run out of excuses now to do the social media. She's going to be busy with that 24/7 now. That's right, high expectations. But let's talk about some petrified wood standing freeforms. There are 6 in this flat from Madagascar. You can tell because they're quite red. That's the iron rich red petrified wood, Madagascar. Probably rated very good to A grade. These six weigh 1.805 kilograms. They're going to cost $59. This is flat number 597. Nice. On to Mindingi Mine. We had a single fella. That particular Mindingi Mine specimen was covered in druzy. This one, you got the malachite covering the druzy. This one specifically is rather brilliant. There is little to no evidence of scuffing. That is very nice A grade botroidal / ball malachite. Next one up, also very little scuff there, a little bit iffy, can't even notice the scuffing there, but also nice botroidal. This is more on a smoky limonite druzy, and there's some seriously different yellow crystals there that I want to have another look at. Okay, so that looks like, well, just looks like limonitic quartz to me. There are 3 in this flat. The first 2 are absolutely awesome. This one here, the dolomite's pretty much savaged. Nice acidic rainwater causing some space for the crystals to grow. There's some nice botroidal, some nice toyant velvety malachite on top of the smoky quartz. That's a very decent flat of Mindingi Mine malachite weighing 1.01 kilograms, rated very good, A and A. $70. It's a no-brainer. This is nice flat. It's flat number 95. On to some Malagasy demortierite. This is from the previous shipment. I actually didn't see any demortierite when I was in Madagascar a week ago. That is absolutely brilliant. That's a very good grade there. That's nice as well. That's another A grader right there. Very nice flats of demortierite standing freeforms weighing all of 1.38 kilograms. They're going to cost $66. It's flat 204, I think. Cara, is that 204?
Yeah.
Yep. 204. On to some cobbed watermelon, well, mostly green fluorite from Ose. That is some really nice translucent green fluorite. Then also a couple with quite a bit of the purples in there as well. It's not a light flat by any means of the imagination. It's 4.16 kilograms. That's right. Nice big pieces, some really nice clear fluorite as well. It's going to cost $42. It's rated as good to A grade. It's going to be flat number 421. Then on to some little gummy berry red hematoid fiery quartzy boiled sweets. There's the eye of the red hematoid. The rest are pretty much just quartzish, with subtle hints of red iron hematoid. I mean, I really... Well, you can say there's a little bit of iron in there, but a little midnight as well. It's like a little golden healer fire quartz combo. Cute. Decently polished. I wouldn't call them spheres. No, not even with a vivid imagination. Rated as good to A grade. They are going to cost $46. That's for 1.02 kilograms worth of red hematoid and mild limonite influences. It's flat number 631. On two, hello Irongo. Two beautiful, kind of a medium cabinet sized black tourmaline, vermiculite, and no, I thought I saw some smoky quartz, but that is a nice luster. That's a very nice shade of vermiculite yellow against the black background of the tourmaline, and this one's slightly larger. This would probably be constituted as considered to be a larger cabinet specimen. Lots of tourmaline shell sprays, and then also there is that smoky quartz on top of some serious feldspar. I wouldn't mind seeing this feldspar beneath the shortwave, just like the previous flatter tourmaline. Let's see. Right, I'm not even going to mess around with a long wave. It's shortwave. Okay, we got highlight opal there, that's for sure. There we go. Is this the smaller of the two? Can't really tell. Where is the other one? Oh boy, that's pitch black. Okay. Okay, normal long waves, just so I can see where the other specimen is. Okay, so the larger one is the one with the highlight opal. I'm going to turn that around. The smaller, it doesn't have any highlight opal. Turn that around. No. Okay, let me flick over to the... There we go. So this feldspar, yeah, subtle hints of manganese there, but not a lot. Kind of a blue carbon around the side. Purple there. And not much happening with the smaller of the two. That is a beautiful flat of black tourmaline vermiculite, one lonely little smoky quartz, as well as a naughty streak of highlight opal. The two weigh 2.09 kilograms, rated as very good to A grade. You can see that for yourselves. It's $82 for flat $199. On to, well, still sticking around in Namibia, we're going to go head south of Irongo to the Kunene River region for some absolutely mint beautiful sodalite spheres. There are two in this flat. Sure, nice bit of hematite in the matrix there as well. That's a very nice sphere. Two very nice spheres. Rated very good to A grade. They weigh 1.19 kilograms. They're going to cost $61. It's flat 619. On to Congo we go. It's a bit of an old-fashioned deposit. It's chrysocolla with a druzy coating and loads of dendritic patterns. So now the dendritic patterns is actually an interesting one. I was just chatting to Nick about it. It's more often than not indicative of calcium in the environment, because calcium likes to entrench itself into rocks, and especially via dendritic patterning. Oh, we go. Oh, I'm going to put that off. Jono, save us. Google's going to catch us with Johnny Clegg in the background. There's a beautiful dendritic pattern. So the dendritic patterns, a bit of a combination guess, I suppose, between, well, calcium is one, but manganese oxidation is most certainly the other. Nick's got his earphones on. It says another mineral, the oxidized manganese called cinner something. But very, very interesting, very attractive. Not a lot of druzy, not a lot of chrysocolla. Rated as good to A grade. These I'll tell you what, those are very nice. That's also... get sidetracked. Oopsie. Sidetracked. Drops tag. Oh, 2.01 kilograms. These 6 are going to cost $75. This is flat number 620. All right, sugar amethyst. Also Zimbabwean. I didn't actually realize we still had some of these. I thought we were all sold out, but something a little different, something a little special. You can easily see why they're called sugar amethyst. It's because of all that nice fine druzy around the plains. Little castles with pristine amethyst turrets right at the top. There are 12 clusters in this flat. That sugar is just cascading quartz down the plains. Rated as good to very good. These 12, oh, some of them are totally covered in that little kind of juicy cascading quartz. Nice. It's not something I think we'd see again, actually. That's not amethyst. That's mostly smoky quartz. Rated mostly good to very good. There's 1 or 2 A graders in there. They weigh 2.7 kilograms. They're going to cost $57. It's flat number 267. On to Prieska. Yes, indeed. Banded tiger iron, Madal. Nice horizontal, non-slimming stripes there. That's a very decent polish. No dramas. No siree. That's very nice. A grade. Then we get one with nice slimming lines of hematite running up to down or down to up. And then the last one with a very sharp point, also slimming lines of hematite. These rated as very good to A grade. Fair enough. It's 1.6 kilograms. It's going to cost $70. It's flat number 615. Back to Congo, and it's some of the last remaining small bladed barytes and malachite specimens. This one has got a superb amount of coverage of both the malachite and the bladed baryte. That is rather special. Actually, that crystal that's a nice blade. Slightly translucent as well. That is exceptional. The other one's not too shabby either. In fact, some would say even better. Nice malachite infiltrated the barite there. And there's an entire graveyard of little barite sheaths there, nestled in rather silicificated malachite. 2 beautiful specimens, rated as, I imagine, mostly A grade, probably very good because we keep things real, I suppose. 790 grams, that's going to cost $78. This is flat 174. On to Labradorite towers. I'm not a big fan of these, but tell you what, you can always get a bit lucky. Polish is decent. The essence is a bit lacking. There's nothing jumping up and down and saying I'm the Mona Lisa here. Oh, this one's slightly better. It's a slightly larger of the two. Some nice essence there, but not a whole lot to write home to about. I'd reckon I'd give these a good to very good at best. Weighing all of 1.47 kilos. These are going to cost $62. It's flat number 611. Then on to Cara's earphones. These earbuds are invaluable. It affords her the time to ignore everyone else in a rude-like manner without coming across as offensive.
Those earbuds I highly recommend because I lost one in the ground for like...
Oh, that's right. They come highly recommended. Cara lost them, as she does, on the ground in the lawn, and like 3 months later I picked them up because I was doing the weeding or being productive, and they still worked. You can call them volcanoes if you like. I just call them tenacious. Right, on to some Lesotho mountain calcite. They are mostly scalenohedral. Mostly, I say. Scalenohedral crystals here. It's an interesting flat all over the show, but mostly I suppose you can say these are epimorphs. in the process of epimorphing. The first one I thought was absolutely superb. That's a nice rhombohedral calcite crystals over there. Sure, all over the show really. Slightly naturally etched by Lesotho's snow melt. These are quite soft. Well, calcite is quite soft. And very susceptible to acid, of course. There are more than 35 in here. There are 39 crystals weighing 1.4 kilograms. They're rated as medium grade, which is about as low as Nick ever goes, without pulling any party tricks. It's very medium to very good. It's going to cost $54, and you can get the manganese and the calcite for free, and they will light up with your own torch. Flat number 59. On to some Shangon amethyst, known for, well, also known as Shereti, which is where they're from, for their skeletal nature, as well as their very nice dark amethyst and smoky colors. These look a bit broken. That is sure, that's actually very nice. That was a clean break, sure. That's a bit of an odd one. Quite often these do harbor anhydrous or liquid inclusions. Thank you, Tony. Rated good to very good, I reckon at best. They weigh 475 grams. They're going to cost $38. It's flat number 420. On to some silky malachite. There are 12 in this flat. Just off the cuff, they look very good gradish. There's a few with scuffs. That's got some very nice silky velvety interior there. That's very tidy. There you can see a bit of scuffing, but also that's how they scuff. That's how they scuff. But we're not going to talk out about that. No siree. We're just going to gloss over Francis letting things drop. That's good grade at best, and the rest are pretty tidy. This is a beauty. Okay, there's also scuff marks there, but that is a beautiful specimen. Also nice green chatoyancy. Weighing 1.51 kilograms, mostly good to very good. They're going to cost $76. This is flat number 693. Then on to, well, we had a flat of 13 Currabib pink tourmaline and lepidolite specimens. Now we got another 2. There is some very nice big flakes, mica flakes of lepidolite, lithium and manganese heavy, and then smaller flakes around the side. And then that beautiful pink tourmaline, there's a little bit of indicolite on the outer rims of that rubellite. The other one's got quite a more substantial quartzite, schist. It looks like the pink tourmaline's been degraded a bit. There's a nice crystal there. The lepidolite also playing a role. Very decent, I reckon. Very good to, good to very good grade. No, they're very good only. It's 2.59 kilograms. They weigh 2.59 kilograms, Francis. They cost $63. It's flat 187. On to some spirit quartz. And we've got 6 in this flat. And that looks very, very tidy. That's beautiful. Small crystallization. And then this here is a boutique little specimen with multiple terminations. Red hematoid beneath the windows. That is a winner chicken dinner, or winner bookhout dinner. There we go, limonite, and then you can see the black there. That's the goethite. A little bit of oxidation to the limonite, and voila. Oh, that's absolutely sterling. That is a beautiful cluster. Nice dark orange limonite, and then the red hematoid as well. Pity it was such a good flat until this very good specimen came out, and I do say that because that main crystal there has taken a bit of a one to the cheek, as they would say, turn the other cheek, and it's much nicer, but it's done. And then the last one, also absolutely gorgeous. That's a very, very nice flat. One stinging cheek over there. 1.24 kilograms. These 6 are going to cost $73. That's a very nice flat. A book a note. It's a flat 789. On to some Malawi natural blue lace agate, 6 in this flat. Just off the cuff, there are 5 out of the 6 with this beautiful shiny druzy coating the agate. There we go, that's decent. And then this one with a little bit more of a smoky element to the center or to the core of the vug. Lots of nice coverage there, hardly any matrix for that. This is an interesting one. Yes, it's got the juicy, but it's got this green chlorite-ish matrix, which is a lot more dominant than other specimens. Nice specimen. It's a very attractive. Bit more established quartz there. And then the last one, also very fine druzy in the vug. That's a beautiful flutter blue lace agate. Rated very good, mostly A grade. It weighs 2.2 kilograms. It's going to cost $42. That's flat number 552. And then in the good tradition of keeping the celestites to the center of the trolley, I think it's number 3. I like number 1 the most. This is pretty decent, but it does have also that oxidized iron element to it, or in some of the crystals. Bit of a bash there, but other than that, the main crystals are intact and beautiful. That one there is rather large and extremely transparent. That's decent. It's very good to A-grade celestite geode. I'd say medium to large cabinet specimen weighing 2.93 kilograms. It's going to cost $82. That's flat 505. Then on to a black tourmaline and feldspar. It looks like a very porous feldspar. That's obviously also been, exposed to the acidic elements of nature. Little bits of sprays of black tourmaline all over the show. Vermiculite also cohabiting there with the feldspar. The feldspar is very funky, man. You can see how it's been degraded. Little holes here, there, and everywhere. It's an interesting specimen. There's a reasonably large specimen, but it's not very heavy. It weighs all of 1.77 kilograms. It's going to cost $69 only. That's because it's a good to very good at best. It's a flat number 586. On to some polished version of the blue lace agate we just looked at. It is one standing freeform with a large amount of beautiful blue lace exposed to the air. It seems to be crying out or hollering or sending a message. There is a fair amount of matrix to this, which makes it less than ideal. I'd say that's probably very good grade at best. It is going to cost $70 for 1.44 kilos. Not too bad. That's flat number 457. Then last for today, and it's not Cara's earbuds. It is another mystery. It's the mystery one. It's a beautiful, loads of crystalline gemmy green crystal stuff, which has copper in it, on top of pseudo-malachite, and then the black, kind of a powdery, not waxy, very porous black mineral. Now, I thank you, Charlie, for pointing this out. It's too easy for me to go, hey, look, it's goethite. It's more likely to be goethite than it is supposedly heterogenite. Heterogenite is slightly more, not lustrous, but vitreous, I suppose. It does kind of, okay, so this orange is what I sometimes look for. So the limonite orange invariably would be a signal that goethite does come into play. However, there is every likelihood that it might also be one of two other minerals. The one which is manganese heavy, which is more likely, which is corrodite. coronadite or romanashite. So romanashite is the lead heavy one. This is not heavy enough to be that. So there's every likelihood that this black mineral here is coronadite. Interesting, because there's manganese. Wow, there's lots of manganese everywhere, man. Anyway, this is a beautiful specimen, rated very good to A grade. Lots of coverage, beautiful crystallization. It is going to cost, drum roll, $125. It weighs 1.42 kilograms. It is flat number 141. There we go. Guys, thank you very much for spending another evening with us. It's been a beautiful Thursday. The sun is back. The optimism is up. And the Namibian shipment is still not here. Hey, maybe another 2 weeks. All right. You have yourselves a great time.
Tomorrow.
Oh, Nick says tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Saturday show.
I don't see how it's going to make it for the Saturday show realistically. But we can hope. But definitely Tuesday is going to be an absolute banger. So, hope to see you guys then. If not Saturday, have a hoolie. Cheers.